The discovery of this ancient, mysterious building has stunned the world, leaving experts puzzled. How could something so massive stay hidden for so long? And what secrets might it hold? Join us as we explore this incredible find and unravel the mysteries that have everyone searching for answers. Stay tuned to see what we've uncovered. The Yonaguni Monument. The Yonaguni Monument is one of the most puzzling underwater discoveries in the world. It lies off the coast of Yonaguni Island in Japan, about 100 feet below the surface. The structure looks like a massive stone city, with wide terraces, straight walls, and flat platforms. Some parts resemble staircases, while others have sharp edges and corners that seem too precise to be naturally formed. Divers who have explored the site describe it as an enormous complex stretching over 165 feet in length and about 65 feet in width. The biggest mystery surrounding the Yonaguni Monument is whether it was built by humans or shaped by nature. Some scientists believe that it was created by natural geological processes. They argue that ocean currents and earthquakes caused cracks in the rock over thousands of years, forming what looks like straight lines and steps. Japan is in a region with frequent seismic activity, which could explain the structure's sharp edges and deep grooves. However, others disagree. Some experts think the site is proof of an ancient lost civilization. They point out that the formations appear too precise to be a coincidence. Some researchers even claim to have found carvings on the rocks that resemble symbols or artwork. If the structure was built by humans, it would mean that an advanced society existed in Japan more than 10,000 years ago, long before recorded history. Some suggest it may provide insights into ancient civilizations, while others view it as a remarkable natural phenomenon. Without clear evidence, the mystery remains unsolved, making it one of the most intriguing underwater sites in the world. The Moai. The Moai statues of Easter Island are some of the most mysterious structures in the world. These giant stone heads, carved from volcanic rock, were created by the Rapa Nui people hundreds of years ago. Some of the statues stand over 30 feet tall and weigh more than 80 tons. What makes them even more fascinating is that they were carved from single blocks of stone. Some have full bodies buried beneath the ground, but their large heads remain the most recognizable feature. One of the biggest questions about the Moai is how the Rapa Nui people were able to create and move such massive statues. They did not have modern tools, machines, or large animals to help them. Yet they carved these figures using simple hand tools made of stone. Transporting the statues across the island is an even bigger mystery. Some experts believe the Rapa Nui used wooden logs to roll them, while others suggest they used ropes to make the statues walk upright. There are many theories about why the Moai were built. Some researchers think the statues may have represented ancestors or important leaders, created to watch over and protect the island's inhabitants. Others believe they held religious or spiritual significance. More unconventional theories propose that the Rapa Nui might have received assistance from neighboring tribes or even extraterrestrials. However, the majority of experts agree that the islanders crafted these statues using their own skills and available resources. Despite years of study, many mysteries remain. Why did the Rapa Nui people stop making the Moai? How did they transport such heavy statues without advanced tools? But the answers are still unknown. Longyu Caves. The Longyu Caves in Zhejiang Province, China, are one of the strangest discoveries in history. These caves were found by accident when a pond was drained, revealing a network of massive underground chambers. The caves are not natural. They were carved by hand from solid siltstone. What makes them so mysterious is their size, precision, and the fact that no one knows who built them or why. The caves are enormous, with high ceilings and carefully shaped walls. Some of the chambers stretch for hundreds of feet. The surfaces are smooth and the corners are sharp as if they were carved with great care. This level of precision would have required advanced knowledge of engineering and tools. Yet, there are no historical records that mention their construction. One of the biggest mysteries is what happened to all the rock that was removed. If workers carved out these caves, there should be huge piles of rubble somewhere, but none have ever been found. Some experts believe the caves may have been used for grain storage, royal ceremonies, or even as hidden shelters. Others suggest that they could have been observatories, allowing ancient people to track stars and study the sky. Despite many studies, no one knows for sure why these caves were built or how people managed to carve them with such accuracy. Without clear evidence, the purpose of these caves remains an unsolved mystery. the Göcek Circle. The Göcek Circle is one of the oldest known structures in Europe, dating back to around 4900 BC. It is located in Germany and consists of a series of circular ditches and wooden fences. From above, it looks like a giant ring with openings at specific points. Archaeologists believe that these openings were placed with great precision to align with the movements of the sun, particularly during the solstices. The Göcek Circle is believed by some researchers to have had astronomical significance, potentially serving as an early solar observatory. One of the most puzzling aspects of the site is the level of astronomical knowledge its builders had. More than 7,000 years ago, people were already able to track the sun's movement and understand seasonal changes. This would have been important for agriculture, helping them know when to plant and harvest crops. But the Göcek Circle may not have been just a scientific tool. It may have also been a place of ritual and sacrifice. Excavations at the site have uncovered human bones, some with signs of violent death. Charred remains and evidence of fire suggest that rituals involving sacrifice may have taken place here. Some researchers believe that people gathered at the circle to honor the sun and perform ceremonies, possibly including offerings to gods. Despite years of research, the full purpose of the Göcek Circle remains a mystery. How did ancient people develop such accurate astronomical knowledge without modern tools? Was this place mainly a calendar, a temple, or something else entirely? The answers are still unknown. The rock-hewn churches of Lalibela. The rock-hewn churches of Lalibela in Ethiopia are among the most incredible religious sites in the world. Built in the 12th century, these 11 churches were not constructed using bricks or wood. Instead, they were carved directly into solid volcanic rock. Each church was shaped from top to bottom, with detailed windows, doors, and passageways carefully cut out of the stone. Despite being nearly 900 years old, they remain important places of worship today. The churches were commissioned by King Lalibela, who wanted to create a new Jerusalem for Ethiopian Christians. According to local legends, construction was not done by human hands alone. Many believe that angels worked alongside the builders and helped complete the churches in just one night. While historians doubt this story, they still struggle to explain how these structures were carved with such precision using only hand tools available at the time. One of the biggest mysteries is the method used to carve the churches. The structures are connected by a series of underground tunnels and courtyards, making them even more complex. Some researchers suggest that thousands of workers spent years chiseling away at the rock, but no records exist to confirm exactly how it was done. The level of detail, including intricate carvings and symmetrical designs, suggests that the builders had advanced knowledge of stonework and engineering. Borobudur, located in Java, Indonesia, is the largest Buddhist temple in the world. Built in the 8th century by the Shailendra dynasty, this massive structure is made up of millions of stone blocks. It was carefully designed to represent a mandala, a sacred symbol in Buddhism that represents the universe. The temple has 9 levels, with the lower ones symbolizing the human world and the upper ones representing spiritual enlightenment. The temple is covered in intricate carvings that tell stories from Buddhist teachings. Over 500 Buddha statues are placed throughout the structure, each positioned in a way that reflects different stages of meditation and wisdom. At the very top, a large central stupa stands as a symbol of enlightenment. However, one of the statues remains unfinished, which has led to many questions about why construction suddenly stopped. One of the biggest mysteries surrounding Borobudur is why it was abandoned. Historians believe that it was left empty around the 14th century. Some suggest that volcanic eruptions buried parts of the temple under layers of ash, forcing people to leave. Others think that as Islam became more widespread in Indonesia, Borobudur lost its importance as a religious site. Over time, it was forgotten and hidden beneath thick jungle growth. The temple was rediscovered in the 19th century and later restored. Today, Borobudur is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and an important place of pilgrimage for Buddhists. The Sacsayhuaman. Sacsayhuaman is one of the most impressive structures built by the Inca civilization. Located in Cusco, Peru, this ancient site consists of massive stone walls made from giant blocks, some weighing over 100 tons. The most incredible thing about Sacsayhuaman is the way these stones fit together so perfectly. The gaps between them are so tight that not even a piece of paper can slide through. Even after centuries of earthquakes and weathering, the walls remain strong and intact. The construction of Sacsayhuaman remains a mystery. The Incas did not have modern tools, wheels, or large animals to help them move such enormous stones, yet they managed to transport these massive blocks from quarries miles away. Some experts believe they used a combination of ramps, ropes, and human labor to roll the stones into place. However, no written records explain exactly how they did it. Another puzzle is how the Incas shaped the stones with such precision. The blocks have smooth surfaces and fit together like a giant jigsaw puzzle without the use of mortar. It's believed that they used chisels made from harder rocks, but others believe they might have used methods that are still unknown. It is believed to have been a military fortress, a religious site, or even both. Despite all the studies done on this site, many questions remain. How did the Incas achieve such engineering perfection? Sacsayhuaman is not just an architectural wonder. It also had great importance to the Incas. It is believed to have been a military fortress, a religious site, or even both. The Moray Ruins. The Moray Ruins, located near Cusco, Peru, are one of the most fascinating examples of ancient engineering. These ruined terraces are not like regular farmlands. Instead, they are built in a series of deep circular steps that look like giant bowls carved into the earth. Each level of the terraces has a different temperature, creating microclimates that allowed the Incas to experiment with growing different crops. The Incas were skilled farmers, and Moray is believed to have been their agricultural laboratory. By using these circular terraces, they could test which crops grew best in different conditions. The temperature difference between the top and bottom levels can be as much as 15 degrees Fahrenheit. This meant that farmers could simulate various climates, from the highlands to the valleys, all in one place. One of the biggest mysteries of Moray is how the Incas had such an advanced understanding of environmental control. They had no modern technology, yet they managed to create a complex farming system that could support a large population. Some researchers believe they used this site to improve crops like potatoes and maize, which were essential to their survival. Another mystery is how the terraces were built to manage water. Even during heavy rains, the lower levels never flood. The drainage system is so well designed that water flows naturally without causing erosion. Scientists are still studying exactly how this works. Saqqara. Saqqara, located in Egypt, is home to many fascinating and mysterious ancient structures. One of the most puzzling discoveries at this site is the finding of 24 massive black granite boxes. These boxes were discovered in a hillside cave, and their sheer size and precision have left archaeologists and historians scratching their heads. Each box is made from solid black granite, weighing several tons, and they were crafted with such accuracy that even the smallest gaps between the stones are incredibly tight. The mystery surrounding these boxes is twofold. How were they made, and what were they used for? The ancient Egyptians had impressive engineering skills, but the precision of these boxes seems almost beyond what they could have achieved using the tools available at the time. Some people suggest that the boxes might have been created by an unknown advanced civilization or even extraterrestrials. However, most experts believe the ancient Egyptians were behind their creation, but the exact methods and tools they used remain unclear. There are also several theories about the purpose of the boxes. It is believed that they may have been used for storage, possibly to hold important items or offerings. Others propose they played a role in rituals or religious ceremonies. However, no concrete evidence has been found to support any of these theories. The Temple of Ain Dara. The Temple of Ain Dara, located in Syria, is an ancient site that has sparked both curiosity and debate for centuries. One of the most intriguing features of the temple is a set of massive footprints found at its entrance. These footprints are carved into the stone floor, and they are so large that they seem to suggest they were made by beings much bigger than humans. This discovery has led to a number of theories about who or what might have left these marks. One popular theory is that the footprints represent the gods or goddesses worshipped in the temple. In many ancient cultures, gods were often depicted as larger-than-life figures, and the footprints could be a symbolic way to show the power and presence of the divine. The temple may have been designed to reflect the connection between the earthly realm and the gods, with the footprints acting as a reminder of their size and importance. Another theory is more mysterious. Some believe the footprints might point to the idea of giants or divine beings who once walked the earth. The idea of giants is common in various myths and legends, and these massive footprints could be seen as evidence of such beings. This theory, however, is less widely accepted by historians and archaeologists. The true meaning and origin of the footprints at Aindara remain a mystery. While they could represent deities, the idea that they belong to giants or divine beings adds a layer of intrigue. Pumapunku. Pumapunku is an ancient site located in Bolivia, famous for its massive, precisely cut stones. The site is part of the larger Tiwanaku complex and is known for its perfectly shaped stones that fit together with incredible precision. What makes Pumapunku so mysterious is the size and weight of these stones. Some blocks weigh up to 131 tons, and they were cut with such accuracy that they fit together like pieces of a puzzle. The edges of the stones are so well crafted that it's hard to find any gaps between them, even after centuries of weathering. The construction of Pumapunku raises several questions. First, how did the ancient builders transport these enormous stones to the site? The stones are thought to have been quarried from distant locations, some as far as 10 kilometers away. This means the builders had to move these heavy blocks across rough terrain, a task that would seem impossible without the modern tools we have today. Some theories suggest the use of sledges, ropes, or possibly a form of a primitive crane. However, no clear evidence has been found to explain exactly how they were moved. Another mystery is how the stones were shaped. The precision with which they were cut is remarkable, and no one knows exactly what tools were used to achieve this level of detail. Theories propose that the builders may have used bronze tools, while others suggest they could have had access to some unknown advanced technology. Pumapunku remains one of the most puzzling archaeological sites in the world. The methods and tools used by the ancient builders are still a topic of debate, and the site continues to spark curiosity. Masuda Iwafune Monolith. The Masuda Iwafune Monolith is a massive stone structure located in Asuka, Japan. This stone is unlike anything typically found in the area, and its purpose remains a mystery. Standing at about 2 meters tall and weighing several tons, the monolith is an impressive sight, but no one knows for sure why it was placed there or how it was used. One of the leading theories is that the Masuda Iwafune monolith was part of a religious or ritual site. Some researchers suggest that the stone could have been used in ancient ceremonies, perhaps as a marker or a place for offerings. The location of the monolith near ancient burial mounds and other ceremonial sites supports the idea that it may have had a religious significance. It could have been an important part of a ritual for the people who lived in the region at the time. Another theory is that the monolith holds pre-Buddhist importance. Japan's religious practices before the introduction of Buddhism were deeply connected to nature and the worship of spirits and deities. The stone may have been part of an early spiritual practice linked to the region's ancient animist beliefs. However, the biggest mystery surrounding the Masuda Iwafune monolith is how the ancient people managed to move and position such a large and heavy stone. No tools or technology from that time are known to have been capable of lifting and placing a stone of that size. This has led to much speculation about the methods they might have used, but no definitive answers have been found. Its purpose may never be fully understood, but it continues to spark interest and study among historians and archaeologists. Skara Brae. Skara Brae is a Neolithic village located on the Orkney Islands in Scotland. It is one of the best preserved prehistoric sites in Europe, with a collection of stone houses that have remained remarkably intact for thousands of years. The village dates back to around 3200 BC, and its houses are made from large stone blocks, with furniture like stone beds and shelves still visible inside. These structures offer a fascinating glimpse into the lives of ancient people, showing how they lived and survived. However, despite its incredible preservation, the village holds a mystery. Why was it abandoned around 2500 BC? Several theories have been suggested to explain the disappearance of its inhabitants. One common theory is that climate change plays a significant role. The Orkney Islands were once warmer, allowing people to farm and thrive in the area. Over time, the climate could have become colder and harsher, making it harder to grow crops and sustain life. This change may have led the villagers to move to more hospitable areas. Another theory suggests that natural disasters, like massive storms or flooding, might have forced the people of Skara Brae to abandon their homes. The village is located near the sea, and there is evidence that the coastline has eroded over time. If a natural disaster struck, it could have damaged the village or made it uninhabitable. Though Skara Brae has offered many clues about ancient life, the exact reasons for its abandonment remain unknown. Whether it was due to climate change, Natural disasters, or another factor, the village continues to be an enigma. Nan Madol Ruins. The Nan Madol ruins are located on Pohnpei Island in Micronesia and are one of the most mysterious ancient sites in the world. This ancient city was built on a series of artificial islets, constructed using massive stones. The ruins consist of over 90 man-made stone structures, including temples, palaces, and tombs, all arranged on a network of small islands connected by canals. The size and complexity of the city make it a fascinating example of ancient engineering and architecture. What makes the Nan Madol ruins particularly mysterious is the question of how the massive stones used in their construction were transported. The stones, some weighing several tons, were sourced from quarries located several kilometers away from the site. Given that the city was built on a remote island, the methods used to move these heavy stones remain a mystery. Some theories suggest that the stones were transported by rafts or boats, but there is no clear evidence to show exactly how they were brought to the site. Another mystery surrounding Nan Madol is how the city was sustained. The islets were built on coral reefs, and maintaining such a complex infrastructure would have been challenging. Some researchers wonder how the inhabitants were able to manage the canals, transport materials, and ensure the city's survival over time. There are also questions about the purpose of Nan Madol. Many theorize that it could have functioned as a religious center or the seat of a powerful ruling class. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe is an ancient archaeological site located in southeastern Turkey. It is considered the oldest known human-built structure, dating back to around 9600 BC. This makes it even older than the pyramids of Egypt and Stonehenge. The site consists of large, carved stone pillars arranged in circles, with intricate reliefs of animals and symbols on them. These pillars are thought to have had religious or ceremonial significance. The purpose of Göbekli Tepe has long been a subject of debate. Many researchers believe that it was a religious site, possibly used for rituals or worship. The carvings of animals like lions, snakes, and birds suggest a connection to the natural world and may have represented certain gods or spirits. Some even suggest that Göbekli Tepe could be the origin of organized religion, as it predates the development of writing and organized societies. It's thought that the site may have been a center for religious gatherings, where early human societies came together to perform rituals. Another fascinating aspect of Göbekli Tepe is the evidence of advanced social cohesion. The construction of such a large and complex site would have required a high level of cooperation and organization, indicating that people had already developed advanced social structures. The fact that the site was built at a time when humans were primarily hunter-gatherers challenges previous ideas about early human societies. However, one of the biggest mysteries surrounding Göbekli Tepe is why it was abandoned and deliberately filled with soil around 8000 BC. Some theories suggest that a change in climate or a shift in religious practices might have led to its abandonment. The reasons remain unclear, but Göbekli Tepe continues to be a key piece in understanding the early stages of human civilization. Hauska Castle. Hauska Castle is an intriguing and mysterious site located in the Czech Republic. It stands out because of its unusual history and the strange legends surrounding it. Unlike most castles built for defense or as royal residences, Hauska Castle was reportedly constructed to cover a massive hole in the ground, which some believed was a gateway to hell. The hole, known as the Gate of Hell, was thought to be a place where demons and evil spirits emerged. According to local folklore, the castle was built to trap these creatures and prevent them from escaping into the world. The construction of Hauska Castle in the 13th century is shrouded in mystery. It was not built in a strategic location like other castles, and there is no sign of it ever being used in battle. Its walls are thick, and the design seems more focused on enclosing the mysterious pit rather than creating living spaces. Some historians believe that the castle was constructed as a protective structure to keep the supposed demons at bay, but there is no concrete evidence to explain why such an unusual building was necessary. The legends surrounding Hauska Castle add to its mystique. Some stories claim that the castle was built after a man was lowered into the hole and came back with terrifying tales of the creatures he saw. Others suggest that the castle was sealed after a series of strange occurrences. Over the years, many have speculated that the purpose of Hauska Castle might have been tied to darker supernatural forces, making it one of the most enigmatic places in Europe. Today, Hauska Castle remains a popular destination for those fascinated by the supernatural. with its strange purpose and construction still an unsolved mystery. And there you have it, a journey through some of the world's most mysterious and intriguing places. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content. Let us know in the comments, which mystery interests you the most? Thanks for watching.